Hello, I'm Bruce DuBoff for the New Jersey Association of School Librarians. It's November 2012 and time for me to talk about another book. And the book I just read and that I really liked, frankly, is called Pinned by Sharon Flake. And let me move back a little bit so I can give you a view of it. And Pinned by Sharon Flake is really a fine book. It's one of those books that uses two narrators. The two narrators are named Autumn and Adonis, and I'll tell you about them in a minute. But let me first tell you a little bit about why I was attracted to this book right away, which is that I really like wrestling. And I've been working wrestling in my district for 20 years. I started off, scoring, with the little scorecards, and I eventually became the scoreboard operator and the guy who does the introductions, and I even do the national anthem. It's a lot of fun, and I really like the sport. It's mano a mano. It's very tough, involves a lot of discipline, and frankly, I find our middle school and high school wrestlers to always be very respectful and very courteous, and I like that in a kid. So I've always been attracted to wrestling, and I really like when wrestling season starts, and it's about to start actually next month. So when I saw this was a new book that Scholastic had sent me, I got kind of excited about it, and I was going to read it, and the kid checked it out, so nothing I could do about that. But he said he liked it, and that was good enough for me, so I picked it up. And once again, this is Pinned by Sharon Flake, and as you can see on the cover, it has a girl who's a wrestler, and that's Autumn. And Autumn is the #1 wrestler on her high school team. She's almost unbeatable. But the problem is that she has a real reading disability. And the manager of the team, Adonis, he has another kind of disability. He's in a wheelchair. He doesn't have any legs. But he's quite bright, and he's straight A's and everything. He's the top student in the building. And Autumn is very much attracted to Adonis, and Adonis is very much not attracted to Autumn. However, as we find out in the book, Adonis is, he can't help but kind of be intrigued by her, and he does dream about her at night, and he just can't help that where his subconscious goes. But both of them are very strong-willed in their own ways. Autumn has parents who frankly don't read all that well, and they unfortunately pass that down to Autumn. And Adonis has a mother who has very high expectations, and Adonis is almost always prepared to meet those expectations. He has very high expectations for himself, and frankly, he has very little patience for what he would call the laziness of regulars. Let me show you what I mean. I'm on page 114 now. Regulars are the disabled ones, Adonis says. They don't think logically. I tolerate them, but it's hard. They say whatever comes into their heads, like her, never thinking they might be hurting someone else's feelings. I stare at her legs, muscled, strong and pretty. You don't miss what you never had. Her skirt moves up when she kicks again. Her thighs, I've seen them a zillion times. Today, I don't know, they catch my eyes. Adonis can't help, as strong-willed as he wants to be, he can't help but be intrigued by Autumn. And Autumn can't help but be in love with Adonis because he's everything that she wants to be, which is a successful reader and a person who can wrestle, who can qualify for wrestling because of her high academics. So there's that constant struggle, that constant, I guess you could call it romantic struggle, like a tweener romantic struggle. And a lot of little tensions. There's no great dramatic tension in this book. Nobody dies. Nobody's ever threatened to, there's no horrible things that happen. However, it's written in the two narrator style, a la Games by Carol Gorman, if you've read that one. And Sharon Flake plays off the two narrators very well against each other, showing their perspectives, but showing their individuality as well, and showing, frankly, their foibles. And Sharon Flake is a very skilled writer, and she really shows it in this one. So if you like wrestling at all, or if you just like a story about two disparate people who eventually have to find something or break forever, read Pinned by Sharon Flake. I'm Bruce DuBoff for the New Jersey Association of School Librarians, and I'll see you next month.